We're still processing 2022 in our minds and talking about all the scandalous and crazy things that happened in celebrity life. But what are the craziest, funniest, and most unpleasant things that were highlight of 2022? Let's find out. Leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. When it comes to Kanye, we can always expect some crazy and unnecessary things from this guy. We think that he feels like the world is spinning around him, not around the sun. But let's see what were the worst scandals he provoked in the last year. Kanye West admires Hitler. Okay, we expected everything but not this. And this is just horrible to hear. His ex-friends came to CNN and told them that Kanye was always fascinated by Adolf Hitler. He would praise Hitler by saying how incredible it was that he was able to accumulate so much power, and would talk about all the great things he and the Nazi party achieved. Also, Kanye once wanted to name an album in honor of Hitler. He even dared to post on Twitter a logo that looks like a swastika. After posting that, the tweet was deleted because it violated Twitter rules. And also, his account was temporarily blocked for 12 hours. Well, thanks Twitter, at least we got a little bit of a break from this guy. The second one is also disturbing. After the controversial scandal Balenciaga caused, Kanye West supports them with no regret. After Balenciaga released an advertisement that shows two young girls holding teddy bears dressed in a bondage gear, public was disgusted. But this doesn't matter to Kanye because he lives off being at the center of attention. He stands with Balenciaga and even supports them on social media. He tweeted that the company didn't deserve to be banned due to its provocative ad campaign. Enough not for 1 year but for a lifetime. We need to proceed with the 2022 scandals. We need to calm down from this first one. But Kanye will always be just Kanye. We think everybody knows about this incident, and many of us thought it was staged because we couldn't believe that this is happening live in front of the eyes of the whole world. We just didn't expect this to happen at the 2022 Oscars. But let's recall this scandal. During the 94th Annual Academy Awards, comedian Chris Rock made a joke about Will Smith's wife's shaved head. But this was rude and inappropriate because Pinkett Smith has alopecia, which is not something to make fun of. Then, Will approached the stage and slapped Rock's face pretty hard, which was really unnecessary and humiliating. But this didn't finish unpunished. Smith will not be allowed to attend the Academy Awards for the next 10 years. He is banned. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me, Rock said in uncensored footage that later circulated online. As he returned to his seat, Smith yelled back at Rock to keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth. After this incident, Will posted an apology on his Instagram and also made a YouTube video where he explains everything and apologizes to Chris. On the other hand, Chris seemed like he didn't want to talk about it. We don't know if Chris has ever forgiven Will for this behavior. Do you have any information about that? If you do, write us in the comments. We think that aggression is not an answer to anything. But also, we're all human, and being human means we all sometimes make mistakes. We should forgive each other when we can. And this may be the biggest scandal of them all, and it seemed like everyone knows everything about their relationship. People were watching online the trial all the time, and even if you weren't interested in the trial, you were convicted to hundreds of memes on social media. Let's try to sum this up. Johnny Depp and Ember Heard first met in 2009 on the set of the film The Rum Diary. Back then, they were in relationships with other people, but they said that they felt strong chemistry. Depp even told the court that the exact moment he fell in love was in their kiss scene in the film. But it's not sweet and nice as it looks. There's been bad blood between them. The couple got married on a private island in 2015, but they divorced after only 15 months, pointing to irreconcilable differences between Depp and Heard. Heard filed for a divorce and temporary restraining order against her spouse amid claims of domestic violence. In March 2019, Depp sued Ember after she wrote an op-ed characterizing herself as a domestic abuse victim. Of course, Depp and his law team said that all of these accusations were lies. The trial started in April 2022. It wasn't so hard to see that during the trial, most of the people were on Depp's side. Most of the memes were pointed to Ember, and many of them were harsh. On the trial, they accused each other of physical and emotional abuse. Depp said that Ember was verbally and physically abusive in their relationship, but everything culminated in the fight they had on April 21st, 2016, at her 30th birthday party. That day, the weirdest thing happened, and we think that was the craziest. At that party, Depp and Ember had a huge fight, and Depp said that he was leaving her. And what happened next is just out of this world and any normal behavior. Depp accused Ember of pooping in their bed after the fight they had. Heard blamed it on her dogs. But it was funny because Depp said they only weighed 4 pounds and couldn't produce that much. I mean, come on. When we heard this, we just couldn't believe that someone is capable of doing that. I don't know, but this can't just be erased from our minds anymore. It looks like these two are crazy in love, but in a toxic way. Why do we think so? Well, first of all, Machine Gun Kelly proposed to Megan Fox and she said yes, but there's something weird about the ring he gave her. The ring looks glamorous and expensive, but it could be hurtful if she decides to take it off. And this is not a metaphor, we mean it literally. I mean, seriously? Are you that possessive? Combined with emerald and diamond, the ring looks beautiful, but includes bands that are thorns. So if she tries to take it off, it hurts, said Kelly. Love is pain. Well, too bad for Megan, because it's such a pleasure to take it off in a rage during an argument with your partner. Trust us, the feeling can be cathartic. After that, of course, you can bury the hatchet and move on. Tell us in the comments what you think of this ring. Would you say yes, or it's just too much? Poor Zouma did something terrible and we're deeply disappointed. He was filmed mistreating his cat and hurting this little innocent animal. Even though he apologized, this incident will damage his reputation, as it should. He has been sentenced to 180 hours of community service after pleading guilty to 2 counts of causing suffering to this poor cat. Let's be honest, no one has the right to make other creatures suffer. Not once, but twice. Firstly, they made an incident in a Hawaii karaoke bar. I say they because Ezra Miller is a non-binary. According to a police report, Miller became agitated while patrons at the bar began singing karaoke and began yelling obscenities. Miller was booked and charged with disorderly conduct and harassment. The second time, they were arrested for assaulting the woman. After they were asked to leave, they threw a chair at the woman, striking her on the forehead, which resulted in an approximate half-inch cut. Ezra, if you do this under the influence, please stop drinking, just not good for you. Although she has so innocent eyes and a polite smile, according to the Spanish prosecutor's office, Shakira has been accused of tax fraud amounting to $14.5 million and risks an 8-year sentence. Shakira has repeatedly denied the accusations and said that they just want her money. But we will wait for the trial and see what will happen next. Bad girl, Shakira. Mrs. Goldberg's comments on one episode of the show The View were completely inappropriate and hurtful. During an episode, she said that the Holocaust was not about race, but about man's inhumanity to man. She later apologized, but it was too late. During World War II, the Nazis killed 6 million Jews because they believed Jews were an inferior race. Let's show some respect for those people and their suffering, Goldberg. Britney's ex-husband Jason wanted to break into her wedding, and he was filming himself on Instagram trying to do it. He told the guards that he was invited. Then he headed to the wedding, claiming that Spears had invited him, saying, "She's my first wife, my only wife." Alexander was arrested and taken to a local jail. Our secret source said that in jail, Jason was singing. Djokovic is openly anti-vax and was granted a vaccine exemption to attend the Australian Open. This decision caused outrage in the Australian media, and then the Australian government denied his entry not once but twice. Too bad for him, because he lost his #1 spot on the ATP list, and probably some millions too. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel. Be sure to stay with us and always be in tune with celebrity news and rumors.